Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel and our today's topic is simple and compound interest. So in aptitude we have two different topics, simple interest and compound interest. But here today we are going to discuss simple and compound interest together because in recent past most of the exams in competitive exams you can see right. They are asking questions on both simple and compound interest together like to find the difference between simple and compound interest of the given amount, right? Use principal values are like that. So for the sake of that reason, this video should be a bit lengthy, but we can cover both simple and compound interest together in this video. Okay, so let's move into the topic. One more thing in competitive exams, right? In each and every paper, whatever it is, NTPC or SSC or whatever it is, right? You can get uh, 2 to 5 questions from simple and compound interest depends on the exam. Got it? So let's talk with simple interest, right? So all of you are aware, right? Formula for simple interest, right? Basic formula we have. What is the simple interest formula? I is equal to here. I means simple interest. I is equal to PTR by 100. I means SI, simple interest. Okay. Here P is principal amount. What is the principal amount we have, right? In question we can find some principal amount, right? For 30,000, right? For this time period, like it's 4 years or 5 years. This is the time. And what is this is rate of interest, like say 8%, 10%, 15%, whatever it is. So by giving these values, they are asking us to find out the simple interest, right? These are the questions we can find in basic level exams like Group 4 or I mean, below those like MTS, this type of exams. But when it comes to these RRB, NTPC, or SA or constable members, right? They are going a bit, in depth. Like they are not asking us to find out the simple interest, right? Interest part. So instead of that, they are asking to find time, or they are asking us to find rate of interest or whatever. Right? Most of the cases, they are asking to find us principal amount. What is the principal amount? By providing this time and rate of interest, everything. Moreover, interest as well. So in this case, how to find these, right? So if you have this formula is equal to PTR by 100, then you can use this, right? If you want T is equal to P or I by 100, like this, you can whatever you want, you can, right? If you want, if you they ask you to find time, you can find. If they ask you to find R, then we can. If they ask you to find principal, then we can. Like that, we can able to solve this all type of questions with respect to simple interest by using this formula. Okay. So now compound interest. Just like simple interest, we have formula, right? Compound interest I is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power N. N means here N means time, R means rate of interest, P is principal amount. Okay, just like simple interest, we have formula for this as well. So in this case, right, this formula is for if they ask for amount, right? They ask for certain amount, so you can use this formula. But when it comes to in compound interest, we have questions like compound annually, right? I hope you heard about that. So if they ask you, right, to find interest by compound annually means P into 1 plus R by N whole power N T. Here T means time. Then what about N? Okay, here T means time. Whole power N T. What about T N? So here N means number of times to be. We have to find the interest. Like it should be like compounded annually, compounded quarterly. If they ask you, right, for 2 years of time or 3 years of time, then you can take T value as 3. Okay, because it's time only. So if they ask you to compound it quarterly, quarterly in the sense for each year you have to find out compound it for 4 times, right? Quarterly means we have to find out compound interest 4 times in a year. So into 3, 4 into 3, total 3 years, total 12. Then the end value should be 12 here. Got it, friends? When they ask you, right, when they ask you to find compound interest annually, quarterly, or half yearly, then you have to follow this formula. Okay. So just remind these formulas, but we are not going to use these formulas in our coming topics. So our main intention is to solve these type of problems without using any formulas. whatever it is, simple and compound interest. But some of the questions need formula, maybe one or two questions in this video. So apart from those, right, remaining questions we can solve those without using any formula. Okay, let's see how we can solve this type of simple and compound interest problems without using any formula. Okay, let's get into the topic. Well, this is the first question. Here you can see this is the basic question for better understanding about simple interest. So here you can see, Sue invests $500 in the bank at a simple interest rate of 12%. Okay, how much interest she will earn after? Well, just remind one thing. Here 500. What is 500 here? Total amount, which means 100%. Already we are aware, right? If you are not able to understand this, right, you just go through previous videos like percentages, profit or loss, everything, time and work. Because we are just following the same question here. Okay, if you are well aware of those topics, then you can easily are able to understand this one. Or else just go through those videos, then come back to this. Then you can able to understand easily. Why I'm taking 100% here like that. Okay, this is 100%, right? Total amount. So what they are asking in the bank, it is simple interest 12%, right? Here you can see these are not options, guys. We have to find out for 2 months, simple interest for 6 months, simple interest for 1 year, simple interest for 2 years. Okay, let's see how we can calculate this. So whatever it is, whenever they are giving some rate of interest 12% for certain time, let us assume 5 years. 12 into 5, total 60%. If you find out 60% of 500, then that should be the simple interest. This is the shortcut, guys. You can see if they ask you, right, we have 5,000. Okay, they ask you 12% for time period of 5 years. Then no need to do anything, right? No need to write down the formula and everything. You can just multiply these things, rate of interest and t. What it is, 2 into 5, 60. So what is the 60% of 500? Already you are aware of 10% means 500 into 6, right? 500 into 6, 3000. 3000 is the answer. Simple interest for this given amount, principal amount. This is how we can calculate it. Okay, without using formula. Just you are just doing, right, 12 into what is the time? If it is 5 years, into 5. If it is 4 years, into 4. If it is 3 years, then into 3. Like that we can able to calculate. We can get some percent, then we can using this one, right? 500 means total percentage, which means 100%. Then you have to find out whatever percent we require. Let's solve this. So 12% per annum, 1 year. So how many months we have in a year? 12 months, right? In this case, each month 1%. Then 12 months, 12%. That's it, guys, right? So each month 1%. Here they are asking for 2 months, which means 2%. 6 months, 6%. 1 year, already we are aware, 12%. 2 years, 12 into 2, 24%. Let's do this, right? What is the interest here? In first case, 2%. So 500, 2%, right? 5%, 10% means 50. 1%, 5. I hope you are aware, right? How we are taking these values. If you remove the large rate, then it is 10%. If you remove this is 5%. Sorry, 1%. So what is 1% of 500? 5. Only 5. So here we need 2%. Then 10. We need 6%. 5 into 6. 30. Then we need 12%. 12 into 5. 60. We need 24%. 24 into 5. 120. So you can see. So these are the values of interest values. Okay, interest. Interest we are getting. Then total amount. Total amount in the sense 500 plus 10. Because after adding interest, we are getting 510, 530, 560, 620 like this. I hope you understood the topic, right? How we are taking these values and all. So you understood this simple interest trick, right? So how we are doing this, right? 12%. If they are giving any certain amount of time, like 4 years, 3 years, then we have to multiply those two values, and you can find out that percentage from the principal amount, right? Whatever the amount, then we can get the interest. Okay. If they ask you to find total amount means principal amount plus interest. This should be the total amount. Got it? So here in this case, these are the values. This is the way we can find out simple interest without using any formula here. Got it? Let's move to the next question. You can see. Okay, this question asked in SSC 2004, 2 lakh for 20 years. But you won't get these type of questions in recent days. But why I'm taking this question, right? They are just changing values, but this is one. I mean, I'm just focusing on those models, different types of models, right? So here in this video, we are getting different types of problems. Okay, maybe they ask you, they will, maybe they will, I mean, they may ask you these type of questions going forward in RRB, NTPC, RRB Group D as well, because it's SSC, right? SSC standard already increased. I mean, now SSC they are not asking these type of questions, but still there is a chance to ask these questions in constable or any Group D or NTPC type of exams. Okay, not for SSC. But still we have to understand the concept here, right? If we are able to solve these type of questions, then you can able to solve whatever the question, right? If they ask you, I mean, by just changing these some values in the same question, right, you can able to do that. So yeah, let's this a man took a loan from a bank at 12% per annum, simple interest. Okay, this is simple interest only. After 3 years he has to pay 5,400 interest only. It's not total amount, interest only. Just okay, just check this point for the period. The principal amount borrowed. Okay. Already I told you, right? They are asking for principal amount. They provide remaining details. Don't use any formula here. Just understand the question. 12% per annum and 3 years of time. 12 into 3, 36. 36% is interest here. What is the interest here? 5,400. So they are asking for principal amount. What will be the principal amount here? Total 100%. Got it? So 36 54, right? You can see 9 4s 36. 9 6 54. 4 1s. 4 150s. The cross multiplication 150 into 100. 10,000. So 15,000 will be the answer. I hope you understand the logic, right? What I'm doing, whatever I did in the previous, previous question as well, right? I'm just multiplying rate of interest with time, whatever the time given by. Okay, 12 into 3, 36, right? Here 36% means this is the interest value. That's why I'm just taking 36%. That's why because this is interest. Interest means 36%. Okay. Then total means principal amount means total 100% only, right? Already we discussed. Okay. Let's see this question. Okay, a sum of money. Okay, you can find these type of question. It's single line of question, but in recent exams, in most of the exams, they are asking these type of questions to find out. I mean, no formula required, but we need to understand the question. Using formula also, you can't. You are not able to do this. Do these type of questions because you need to understand the question properly. First of all, a sum of money at simple interest amounts to 815 in 3 years and 854 in 4 years. Okay. So 1 year difference, right? 854. This is 3 years of time. This is 4 years of time. So how much for the interest for 1 year? It means 39, right? 39. 1 year, 39. So it was increased to 815 in 3 years. So before 3 years, what should be? Suppose for 1 year, 39. For 3 years, 33 is 90, 93, 27. 90, 27, 117, right? So in 3 years, the value should be 117, the interest rate. So if you deduct, if you subtract 117 from 815, you will get the initial value, right? Got my point? If you subtract this 117 from 1815, so then you will get the initial principal amount. What is sum? Sum in the sense here principal amount only. So subtract these values. How we can subtract? In a quick manner. Here 117, 815, right? From 815 you can subtract 115. 115. Okay, then what is the value? 700. Here you can subtract 115. Then what is the value? 2. 700 minus 2. 698. You have to do it in a quick manner. Okay, whatever subtraction addition. Don't do this, regular method. So you have to calculate as, in a speed way. So that you can save some time in exams. Here you can see 698 is the answer. Got my point, right? We are not using any formula here. You need to understand the question. In 1 year, it was, the interest should be 39. Then what will be the interest for 3 years? Should be 117. So I'm just subtracting 117 value from 815. So this will be the answer. What is the answer? C. 8698. Got it? Let's move to the next question. Okay, well, this is a question which came from, I took this question from APSI mains paper. Okay. So friends, when you find a question like this, right, a bank lends 3,000 to a person. Here, to a person at A at simple interest. Okay, here they're providing, right, 3 lakhs rupees. 3 lakhs rupees. This is principal amount. Okay. Rate of interest is 8%. But here again, principal amount for this is for A, this is for B. Let us assume. No need to assume. They already provided the details, right? Okay. Then rate of interest 10%. But they provide the interest rate, whatever the interest rate, bank receives interest from both in both scenarios, right? From A and B combined together. In this case, we can't use any shortcut, right? We have to understand the understand the question here because they provide, right, combined together. So we need to find out using formula itself for this problem, for these type of problems, how it is. I is equal to PTR by 100. Okay, let's say suppose we can say I1, I2, interest 1 and 2. Okay, for A and B. PTR, what is P here? 3 lakhs time into R, rate of interest 8 by 100. Sorry, handwriting is not that much good. Not very good. I'll start it. Okay, time into n. Okay, we are aware of this step, right? There is no confusion in this step, right? A is equal to PTR by 2 zeros, 2 zeros. 3,000 into 8. 2 zeros, 2 zeros. 2 into 10, 20. T. Sorry. So here the interest value should be 1000. So 1,76,000 equal to 20,000 T. Then what will be what should be the value for T? Value of T. Have to find it out. 3 zeros, 3 zeros. Sorry. It's not bad. Just a second. What is the total here? 44,000, right? It's not bad. What my point, friends? I'm just adding these two ends. 24, 24. Then what will be the value of T? T equal to 1,76,000 by 44,000. 3 zeros, 3 zeros. So 44 is 160, 4 4 is 16, 176, right? 44 is 160, 4 4 16, 160 plus 16, 176 into 4. T equal to 4. Here it is. The value of T. Time is equal to 4. 4 years of time. Right. It took 4 years to get that interest from both A and B. This is how we have to I mean we have to do this because we are not supposed to use any shortcuts here because we need to find, right, they combine together, they provide the interest rate. If they provide different interest rate, sorry, not interest rate, it's interest, the total interest rate, the total interest they provide, right, 1,76,000. If they provide 1,76,000 for only one, right, if they provide, right, 3 lakhs 8% and this interest rate, then you can able to find time easily. But for 2 lakhs here you can see for both A and B together, bank receives interest this amount. In that case, right, we have to solve this using this part. Okay. Even it also won't take much time, right? If you are good in this, right, then you can solve it within 1 minute. Okay, this calculation part, everything. So you have to write down very fastly. See the next question. This is also an important question. This is a model question only, but still, in most of the exams, right, I found these type of questions. Like the difference in simple and compound interest on a certain sum of money in 2 years at 10% per annum. You can see here. I just want to tell you about compound interest topic, right? Basic idea of compound interest, just like simple interest. So simple interest, compound interest. Just look at this. What we are doing, right? 2 years of time, 10% per annum. What we are doing? 2 into 10. What is the value here? 20. Which means 10, 10, total 20. But in compound interest, right? First year it should be 10 only. Second year 10 plus 10% of 10. 10% means 1. 21%. Here simple interest is 20%, but compound interest should be 21% for 2 years. Whatever the value, right? If you say, let's say 20%, okay, 20% rate of interest, 2 years. What is the compound interest? Just do like this, 20, first year. Second year 20 and 20% of 20. What is the 20% of 20? 10% 2, 20% 4. 44. This should be the compound interest. If you found any question, right, 20% for 2 years of compound, if you want to find out the compound interest for rate of interest is 20% and time is 2 years, then you can directly find out 44% of the given number. Then that should be the answer. Okay. I hope you understand, right? What is the difference between simple interest and compound interest? If you found any, if you found difficulty in any phase of this video, right, just pause the video, go through again and again, so that you can able to understand. If you think I'm going fast, then go to settings and just speed down the video, right? 0.75x or 0.5x, right? I'm not sure whether I'm going fast or not, because we have a lot of questions. We are just trying to complete 2 topics in a single video, so it will be lengthy. I'm just going a bit fast. I'm not sure. Let's solve this. So already you are aware, right? 2 years at, yeah. For simple interest, 2 years 10% means 2 into 10, 20%. What about compound interest? Just now I said, right? 10 plus 10 plus 1, 21%. What is the difference here? 1%. What is the value here? Difference per annum? 50. 1%, 50 rupees. Then the sum. 100%, 50 into 100. 5,000. It's simple, right? Sorry, you have to, whatever you're just subtracting, right? You're just comparing these 2 values, right? Simple interest and compound interest. What is the percent, right? 21% and 20%, just what is the difference? 1% only. 1% means 50 rupees, already they gave in the question. So 1% 50 rupees means 100% 5,000. 5,000 should be the answer. Yes. Let's move to the next question. Friends, this was asked in Telangana Constable paper. So when you find these type of questions, right, just look at here. A sum of money, right? Whatever the money, it was is doubled at some compound interest, compound only in 8 years. Just say 1,000 rupees doubled means 2,000. It will happen in 8 years, right? What the number of years, which amount becomes 4 times with same rate of interest? Same, they are asking. This term should be 4,000. 2,080 years, right? 8 into 2. Then 16 years. Direct question only, right? Got my point? There is no change in value, right? Because whatever you are getting compound interest, it is increasing, right? Whatever it is increasing, right? It was increased drastically. In a same pace, like in 4 years, 8 years, sorry, in 8 years, whatever the amount you are getting, right? Next year also you are getting the same. So what will be the answer here? 16 years is the answer. So straightforward question. If you found any questions like this, right? Whenever you are getting the bases are equal. Bases are equal in the sense 2 cube and 2 power 4, right? You can say 8 years means, okay, 8 years and 4 times means 2 square. So whenever it is only, bases are equal like this only, then you can directly choose the answer, right? 8 years. If you take 8 years, then it will take 16 years only. Okay. Let's move to the next question. Well, this is a different model question. In recent past, we found lot of these type of questions in competitive exams. So you can see, you have to understand the question here. This is a bit different. A sum of rupees 2600. Okay, lent out in two parts. Okay, in two parts, but we are not aware what I mean which part amount is how much. In such a way that the interest on one part at 10% for 5 years is equal to that on another at 9% for 6 years. The sum lent. Okay, fine. So let's see. 10 into 5, 50. So two parts is equal to, right? Another one, 9 into 6, 54. The sum let out. Okay. They are asking this. Let us assume this is A, this is B, right? They are asking yes. Okay. How much amount? What is the principal? The principal sum for A. They are asking, right? The sum lent out at 10%, right? It should be A only because 50% here. So let's say 50 is to 20, 54. Let us take like this, right? 225, 227. What is the total here? 52 one, right? Total parts, 52 parts. Okay. How much? 52 parts, 2600 total. What they are asking? We have to find out A's total sum here, 25. So you can see here, 26 into 2, 26 into 1. Okay. Two ones, two fifties. 50 into 25. 25 is 125. So 1250 is the answer. Got my point? Okay. If they ask you, right, to find out value of P, right, here out of 10%. If they ask you out of 9%, right, then you can keep 27 here. Instead of 25, you can keep 27 here. Then you can get value of B as well. Got my patterns? Right? We are not using any formula or anything here. We are just writing down only one or two steps only. I mean, while explaining, I'm doing this much time. I'm taking this much time, right? If this question comes in exam, if you are well aware, right, we can do it in 20 to 30 seconds. Got my point? So let's move to the next question. Okay. Well, they mentioned CBA 1997. Okay, it's not the case, right? But we are taking this is I mean this is one I mean different type of model. If the compound interest on a certain sum for 2 years is 10% per annum is okay, the simple interest on the same sum for double the time and half the rate of percent. Okay, here they are doubling the time and the rate of interest should be half of that compound interest. Let's calculate compound interest first. So compound interest on a certain sum 2 years 10%, right? 2 into 10. Compound interest 2 years for 10%, right? 21%. It's compound interest. Just remember this. If it is simple interest, then it's 20%. So what is the value? 525. First of all, we can calculate the total sum, total amount, principal amount. Then we can find out easily. 21 months, 21 to 42, 105, 25 into 5. So 25 into 100, 2500 is the sum, principal. Okay, total amount. The simple interest on the same sum. Okay, sum should be the same for double the time. So it's not 2 years, it's 4 years and half the rate percent into not 10, here 5% only. It should be 4 into 5, 20%. What is the 20% of 2500? Directly you can say 500. 10% 250, 20% 500. I hope it won't take much time, right guys? Right? If you are able to understand the question, then you can solve it within seconds only. Okay? It won't be that much critical. Maybe it was asked long back, but still we need to practice these type of questions as well. Because it's asked in CBI, SBI, or this SSC exams, right? I mean, we are not sure, right? Whether they maybe we can get these type of questions in recent exams as well, right? For some other exams like RRBs or some constable exams or some other competitive exams. So better to focus on all these. I mean, all these models, right? Whatever we just, I mean, whatever I'm explaining one by one, because all these type of all the questions, whatever I explained till now, right? All are different. Okay, all are not same because we are not following the same model, right? We are not explaining the same model again and again. So this is new one. Okay, let's see. This is one more type question, right? So all are different. You have to focus and practice more and more. The simple interest on a certain sum of money for 3 years at 8% per annum is half of the compound interest on 4,000 for 2 years at 10% per annum. Let's see the question, right? I mean, it's a bit tricky question. So you can see, right? It's also in 2003, but still there is possibility, right? It's a bit tricky question, though. So we can found these type of questions uh, in, I mean, upcoming exams as well. So the simple interest, okay. Then let's take from compound interest is half of the compound interest. Okay, let's find out the compound interest. We have the values, right? So this is the principal amount, 4,000 for 2 years and 10%. 10% means 21% interest. We are finding the interest, right? 21% of 4,000. So whatever it is, total value 4,000 is 100%. Then what about 21%? We need to find out. Two zeros, two zeros. 21 into 4, 840. Right? This is the interest. Okay. The sum placed on simple interest. Okay, they are asking for sum placed on simple interest, but here you can see the simple interest on certain sum of money for 3 years at 12% is half of the compound interest. Here compound interest 420, 840. Sorry. What will be the I mean half of the amount, half of 840 means 421. 420 will be the interest of 420 will be the simple interest of certain sum. Okay, for which, right, 3 years 8% per annum. 3 into 8 24%. 3 into 8 24%. 420. Then what will be the 100%? 2 1 2 is 24. 2 1 3 36. 2 1 5 60. 2 ones 2 50s. 50 into 35. Right. 50 into 30. Right. 1500. 50 into 5. 250. 15 to 50. 1750. 1750 is the mass. I hope you understand, right? 50 into 35. How I am doing? 50 into 30. Well aware. 1500. 50 into 5 also no. Right. 250. 1500 plus 250. 1750. Okay. We need to do it, I mean, without using pen and paper, guys. Right? These type of multiplications or whatever it is. We can do it easily, right? So that only you can, I mean, uh, you can get more time by, for solving the remaining questions as well by using this type of calculations. So if you are stuck in this calculation, if you are doing calculation like this 50 into 35, like this 5 into 0, 0, 5, it will take a lot of time, right? In competitive exams, it won't be the problem. It won't be the process because we are getting less time in competitive exams. Like we are getting, one hour, not even 1 minute. In most of the cases, I can see, right, 30 to 40 seconds for each question. In that case, how you can solve this, right? By using this type of calculations. You have to calculate in a very speed way. Moreover, I mean, moreover, we have to calculate accurately, right? When we are doing, in a speed way, right? It may, it, we may get some mistakes, right? So in that case, so please, calculate as uh, in a tricky, in a different way. Like you have to calculate without using pen and paper, guys. If they are asking for 30 into 45, then you have to calculate, right? 40 into 30, then 30 into 5. Like that, you can able to get answer very quickly. Okay. So these are the questions from simple and compound interest. I hope, all of these questions are different types, right? Mostly 10 questions we discussed, I think so. So, right, friends, this is today's topic. If you find this video useful for you, please like, share, and subscribe. And ask your friends, to subscribe to our channel because it will be helpful for any competitive exam. Going forward, we are going to start RRB tutorials as well, like RRB preparation. And I just want to provide you some short tricks on RRB related RRB NTPC previous questions, right? We can do some previous questions and we can solve those in an easy manner. Okay, by using some short tricks. Okay, if you have any queries regarding this topic, guys, please write an email to above given email ID. Thanks for watching video. Thank you. See you again. Bye bye.